Hey YouTube family, it's your girl Lovebug. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, 2026. What we're looking at here is the peach tree. I'm just going to give you a brief look at what's growing on and how things are going. So this is the peach tree. Peaches are coming along. Um, in the actual garden, everything's still pretty small, but we've got tomatoes, we've got peppers, we've got flowers. We have zucchini, we have squash, we have collards. All these things are still pretty small in here. So I'm not going to go in there and give you a detailed look until things actually start growing well. But that's the garden. Next to the garden, we have a mulberry tree growing out of this little thicket here. And it consistently puts mulberries on. I like the mulberries because they're not all ripe at the same time. I like that about this tree. They are very good. They look similar to raspberries and blackberries. They don't taste that way though. They're more sweet. But yeah, I like this tree here. Over here we have the plum tree with no plums on it. I still have yet to find any. Like I said last week, I think all the squirrels got them. We're gonna take a look at the black raspberries. So we have harvested off of here 4 times already, and there are still plenty of berries in here. Still plenty red ones almost ready and ones that are ready. So we will come back through here and get them all as they ripen. As I back up here, what you'll see are the new canes. All these tall, erect canes that you see here sprouted up this year. So what I will be doing here soon is cutting the top, maybe the top 6 inches off. And what that will do, it will cause them to produce lateral branches. And if you see here, it's on the lateral branches that the berries are produced, not on the cane itself. It's on the branches that sprout out of the side. And you see that really good right here. That's where the berries come from. So by topping these canes off, it will produce a lot more lateral branches, and then we will get more berries. So these are the black raspberries. Ooh, look at that one. Ooh, it's ready. These are much better than I expected them to be because I don't fertilize these. I don't water these. I put them in the ground and I ignored them. And what you see here is a result of nature. All of this happened on its own. And the berries are sweeter than I expected, and they're very tasty. I had my little neighborhood kids come and help us harvest them. So we're gonna go up on the deck, but look at this view of the sweet peas from here. The sweet peas are loaded down. They're looking pretty rough because it's been warmer, so those probably will be coming out here in the next week or two. But let's go up there and take a look. Oh, look at this. So this is a wild grapevine. It grew up underneath my deck. And for the last couple years, I let it go. But this year I cut it all down, all the way down to the base of the thing underneath my deck, thinking that I wouldn't have any problem. Look it. It's come back like gangbusters. Look at that. It's everywhere, coming back, sticking out of every crevice. So I'm gonna have to uproot that. And there's a lesson there, you guys. You know me, like I said last week, me and God, we talk. And there are things that you can cut down thinking that you're dealt with it and got rid of it. But if you don't tackle the root cause and get the root out, it will come back with a vengeance, almost as if it's stronger than before. So the things that the enemy has planted in our lives, we need to take the time to pray, to fast, to read, and spend time with the Lord so that those things can be uprooted so they don't come back again and cause more problems. But okay, yeah, that's my little that'll preach for today. Okay, so here's another look at the peas from this side. And as you can see, they're yellowing and turning brown. The warmer weather is, the peas don't like the warm weather. So after we harvest all these peas off, I'm just gonna cut them down. I'm just gonna cut them at the ground. I'm not going to uproot them. And then I'll get rid of the vines. But in this planter, remember, this is where I put my sweet potatoes. And they are finally acclimating to this space. That's one of the sweet potatoes. That's another sweet potato. And in the back there, in the middle, is a sweet potato slip. So they're starting to grow. Remember, I had these weeds, this thing weeded. You can see all the little areas where the weeds are trying to come back. But also in this planter, I have planted some cucumbers. So that's a baby cucumber. That's a baby cucumber. So we're gonna have some cucumbers in here along with the green onion. And we'll just take a look at everything else on the deck. That's the big planter where the sweet potatoes are gonna be. Here is some more sweet peas that will be coming out. And I think in this container, I'm gonna put an herb. I think I'll either put the oregano in there, I'll put some dill in there. I don't know, I'm gonna put some type of herb in here after I take these sweet peas out. The grapevine is fully awake finally, and it's looking very good. Okay, in this pot here is the watermelons. So in this pot I have Sugar Baby Bush watermelon. I have what I think is called Black Mountain watermelon, which is a normal vining watermelon. And then I also have some cantaloupe, midget cantaloupe in here. I know that this is a lot for this pot. I think this pot is a 15, no, it might be a 10 or 15 gallon pot. This is. And I know that this is too many plants for this pot, but I put all these seeds in here. I want to see what's going to happen. That's one of the advantages to growing your own stuff. You can try stuff that goes against what you're told or what seed packets say, just to experiment to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to leave all of these in here. I probably will fertilize this because watermelons and melons in general are heavy eaters. So I will probably fertilize this with some 511. I call it 511. I think it's like Alaskan fish fertilizer. I don't know, I call it 511 because the New Orleans gardener lady, she called it 511. So in Lead Farmer 73 called it 511. So that's what I call it, but I don't think that's the technical name of it. But it is a liquid fish fertilizer that I was able to get from Walmart. I got a bottle for $11. It concentrates down really good. It stinks, but it does wonders for your plants. So I will probably fertilize this every other week with some 511 to see how it goes. But other than that, I'm just going to keep it watered and see what happens with this. See if we get any melons off of this. I'm excited for this experiment. Okay, more peas. And if you can see down the bottom there, The grapevine is coming in well, so I'm happy about that. Here's our thyme with some weeds. I have a lot of weeding to do. Look at this, guys. These are the grow bags that I have with potatoes in them. And I have grown potatoes for several years now, but this is the first year ever that I have had my potatoes flower. And I love these flowers. They're so pretty. Because, you know, I'm a purple girl, so anything purple to me is gorgeous. But yes, I love the flowers, and these are doing well. They look really, really healthy. I'm happy with how these look. I did not top these off or anything. I just used the dirt that I had in there. So it'll be interesting to see how many potatoes we get out of these bags. If you know, let's pan over. Oh, there's Suki, y'all. I have potatoes in this planter, this raised planter as well. And they are also flowering. I love the flowers, but also so do the pollinators. They really get down with these flowers. This thing stays busy throughout most of the day. Also in here we have some lettuce and green onions. The lettuce is going to seed. Look at that, it's bolted and they are going to seed. So we'll be able to harvest seeds from them. And then once it gets to that point, I will be pulling those out of here. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna plant anything else in there, but those will be out of there. This is our green stalk with the green beans, and it is putting on beans. Look it. And we got some beans back there in the background you can see. So yes, this thing is doing well. More bolted lettuce. In this pot, we have some weeds, but mainly 2 green onions. I did put a cucumber seed in there. It has come up. You can hardly see it. Hold on, let me see if I can get a shot. So you can see the seed on the top right there. It has come up. So we'll see how it does in this little pot. I don't know how well it's going to do in that small pot. I think that's a 10-gallon pot, but as you can see, it's a little bit more than halfway full. So that's that. Blueberry. Blueberries are coming along. So that's the one blueberry. Here's a fig tree. Look it. It's put on all these leaves. It looks great. And it's bushing out at the bottom. So I don't know if I'm going to let it continue to grow as a bush or what. I think this year I'm just going to let it do its thing. I'm just going to leave it and let it hang out. But the fig is looking good. It's looking very good. And then we have our other blueberry. Look at the berries. We already pulled some off of here. And they are good. But I like these because, look, they almost look pink as they're turning. I like the color of these. The other ones stay pretty green until they just turn blue. But these look pinkish and purplish, and then they turn blue. So, yeah, these are interesting. I like them. I think they're pretty. Okay, then we'll go over here. More blueberries. This blueberry plant has berries on it. Look how small they are. These are tiny compared to the other plant, but it's doing okay. And then our lettuce is it's bolting. So this lettuce is jumping up. Those are weeds. But this lettuce is jumping up. The strawberries are doing well in there. Look at the onion. We're gonna have some seeds. Look at it. That's the onion bulb. That's the onion flower, and the seeds are almost ready for us. Here's the apple tree. This is the Honey Crisp apple tree. Year 2. Ooh, a ladybug. Eat up all the bad bugs, girl. Okay, so that's that. All right, now let me show you what I did with the strawberries. So strawberries they reproduce themselves. Ooh, look at all those berries coming on. We got berries on and berries coming on. But strawberries reproduce themselves with what is called a runner. And basically what it is it puts off like a vine, kind of. And it has a little plant at the end like this. And if you put that in dirt, it will give you another plant, another whole plant. So it will be a plant like this. It will grow into that if you put this in dirt. So I have quite a few runners on here. And my goal is to have this entire green stalk filled up with strawberry plants. So I am keeping the runners. They say that if you keep the runners, it takes away from the plant and it slows down production, which is fine for me this year because my goal is to fill this whole thing up with strawberries. I want every pocket in this green stalk, and I have another green stalk in waiting. So it's not set up yet because I didn't have anything I wanted to put in there. I'm saving it for more strawberries. So all of these runners I'm going to keep, and let me show you what I'm going to do with them. There's two things that I am doing with these runners. First, you'll see it here. You're going to see both of them in the same picture. So if you see from this plant here is a runner and it's vined over, and what I have done is I have stuck it in the dirt here with this plastic fork. So I had a bajillion plastic forks out here because I heard they keep the squirrels out of your plants. That is not true. But so what I did was I just used the forks. I left them out here. And so when I need a fork, I got a fork. And so what I did was I just put it in the dirt and I pinned it down with the fork so it wouldn't blow out of the dirt. Now what I can do, this plant is established now. If I want to, I can remove the fork and cut this vine, and this will be its own plant. So that pocket now has a strawberry plant in it. The other way you can do it is you can do it like I've done this one down here. So this plant has several runners on it. There's another one going down there, hanging all the way down there. And then there's another one here that I have taken and tacked into this cup. You see, I did this today. So I just stuck the fork down in there to hold the plant in the cup, and it will root. And it will be its own individual strawberry plant. And then I can transplant it into one of the pockets. Now this cup I got from Greenstock. I love it because it makes it easy to catch your runners. I ordered them. I think they came in a pack of 6. And it's just a cup. It hangs on the side of your green stalk. See how it's lipped over? It hangs on the side. You fill it with dirt, put your runner in there until it roots, and then you can transplant it. So Greenstock has made this very easy, and I love that idea. Whoever came up with that is genius, because I have one there, and then I have another one here waiting for the to put the other runner in. I didn't put it in there because I wanted you guys to see. I just need to stick the runner in. It will go in there, and then it will have its own plant in there, and then I can transplant it into one of the empty pockets that I have. And you'll see I have caught runners around this Greenstock. Several of them I have caught. So this one was a runner. I showed you the one runner. This is a runner that I showed you. This one around here, down here, that's a runner that I've caught. All of those are their own plants now. So I just need to go through and clip the vines and they will thrive as their own plants. So, and this is doing beautiful, and this is exactly why I got these sweet berry strawberries. Look at these flowers. They are beautiful. And they come in a variety. Look at that pink. Love it. This one is pink, but it has a little more red. Love it. I love these flowers. They're so pretty. Okay, y'all. That's all I have for you today. And as always, what are you waiting for? It's time for you to get growing.